Oh shit.
Underwater welding. It's one of the most essential jobs on the planet. When an oil platform, underwater pipeline, dam, or even ship needs repair, a select group of men and women are called on for this special task.
What
It can
the
be an
fuck?
incredibly dangerous line of work. So what does a day in the life of an underwater welder look like? Well, it depends on where the job is. Underwater welders who work inland start their day pretty much the same as any other person. They get up, get ready, then head off to their workplace, which could be at a lake, river, or dam. Common tasks here include salvage, rescue, as well as the maintenance and repair of facilities such as docks. Once they've rendered their 8 hours at
Docks.
work, they're free to go home. But for any underwater welder working offshore, it's a very different story. They may spend months at a time deployed at sea to oil platforms or large marine vessels. Due to the essential nature of their work, they often work grueling hours too. Offshore underwater welders might work an 80-hour work week, but exhaustion is often the least of their concerns. Once underwater welders descend into their work sites, which can go as low as 1,300 feet, they risk never making it back to the surface. Risks commonly associated with diving, such as decompression sickness, hypothermia, or drowning, aren't even the most dangerous parts of the job. Yes, drowning. No matter how much training or experience an underwater welder has, the risk of drowning is always going to be lurking around the corner. This is due to delta P, or differential pressure hazards. That's when two bodies of water of differing water levels intersect and create a massive pressure difference, generating huge amounts of force, up to hundreds of pounds of pressure per square inch. If the connection between the high pressure and low pressure bodies of water is small, the diver can get trapped in the bottleneck of the flow and drown.
Oh, fuck that shit.
Underwater welding at temperatures of 10,000 degrees Fahrenheit and above causes the hydrogen and oxygen in the water molecules to separate. If the proportion of hydrogen to oxygen reaches a certain level, it can lead to an explosion. Even minor explosions have enough force to result in fatalities due to the water density and the danger of shock waves. Underwater welders also face the risk of electrocution, so they've developed a dry welding method to mitigate that risk, as well as perform higher quality jobs. In dry hyperbaric welding, the weld is performed at raised pressure in a chamber filled with a gas mixture and sealed around the structure.
Holy shit.
These purpose-built chambers allow welders to work underwater in a safe, dry environment. A system of fans continually exhausts and brings air into these chambers, along with a gas, such as a mixture of helium and oxygen. This mixture allows the interior of each hyperbaric chamber to maintain relatively high air pressure, which helps prevent welders from getting decompression sickness while on the job.
Hey, yo, that's nice.
But hyperbaric chambers take time to set up, can be quite expensive, and aren't generally reusable. This means that when urgent emergency repairs are needed, underwater welders have to resort to what's known as wet welding. In underwater wet welding, the cables are double insulated and only direct current is used as a power source. Waterproof electrodes have a thick material called flux on their outsides. As the electrode burns, chemical changes produce a gas bubble around the arc which protects the weld.
That's fucking amazing.
Moves along the seam, they leave behind a metal liquid called slag. It covers the top of the seam so that the weld has time to cool properly.
Ah.
Underwater welding requires not only a high level of skill, but nerves of steel. Until robots are able to perform tasks with the same amount of precision as people on the job, underwater welders will continue to play a crucial role in maintaining the world we live in today.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna work at McDonald's. Fucking underwater welding. How much do they get paid? What's the average salary underwater welder? Salary.com. The fuck is this? Welder? No, underwater. It would be a underwater, right? 43,000 median, but this is a regular welder. Underwater welder salary. Is that the specific job? How to seize your $300,000 underwater welding salary? Is it specifically called that? Underwater welders, when is this? 2012. Dude, no one talks about this shit.
Look, I'm on rebate. The guy in the comment knows.
I am looking at this as a career field. Just curious, I spent a lot of time around welders in the Navy, and it was really common knowledge that underwater welding was a very, very lucrative field. This makes sense to me, since anytime you cross two advanced skills like diving and welding, you end up with a shortage of talent. The short answer is yes, it's a myth. I've done a good amount of wet welding, and the rates I got range from $21 an hour to maybe $40 an hour. Okay, 40 times 40-hour work week, even though they said 80. 1,600 a week. Wait, did they say 80? Yeah, it can be grueling if it's offshore. 10 years ago. True, this is 10 years ago. The fuck, no one talks about this shit. Yo, there needs to be an underwater welder fucking content creator. Who the fuck wouldn't watch that shit? Are you kidding me? Just fucking attach a GoPro, bro. 42, oh shit. Water main repair. Oh, this motherfucker. Fuck me. Is he in a fucking pipe? Oh, water main repair. Of course he is. And he's making it harder because he has a cam too. Well, the thing is, this isn't... Oh wait, I mean, he is going pretty low here. Oh, fuck. There's not enough money for that job. I mean, it needs to be done. Handful of these motherfuckers. Imagine when you need to turn around. 11-foot long, wide rupture. Holy shit. Imagine you gotta take a shit. Why does it always come down to that?
Make it hot.
I feel like you would just shit in your suit. This seems like a fucking space mission, like he's about to save the world. You got this, man? Weld that shit. I think he did it. I think he did it. Wait, what is that? The plates were pushed in a 600-foot via custom-built cart. Oh, okay. Alright, alright. Wait, this guy was pushing this shit the whole time? Or is this the same dude? What if he probably has some goldfish in his fucking helmet. He just eats some snackies. The grout. Micro Aid UWG. He takes his tongue and eats a goldfish. Sucks on it. Hey, yeah, man, we're sending you the ground, alright? They'll be there in an hour. Alright? Oh, invert grout port. I think you did it. I think you fucking did it. The other diver's like, oh, thank God. Thank God. Fuck that shit. Wait, why is another guy going in? Underwater marine contractors. Dude, that shit's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, obviously there's crazier shit out there where they have to go very fucking low. Underwater welding test. Pad eye welding.
Welcome back, my Weld 2 family.
Diving. This one looked really good, so we just went ahead with it. I'll probably go ahead and I'll just be cleaning up these tacks here in a little bit, getting it ready for fit up verification video, which is something we do on anything that we fit up onto a ship or anything welding in the wet. We always do a fit up verification video. That's so top side and our client can see that, you know, we're within spec on everything that we're doing. Right here I got the angle finder on it, just making sure that we're 90 coming off the ship straight up.
Oh,
and
this
down.
is
We've got
a
a lot
ship.
of weight that's going to be a lot of stress and weight that's going to be put on these pad eyes, so we just want to make sure everything's right. If you have it at a funny angle or anything like that, you have a chance of possibly fracturing that pad, side loading it. It's not made to be like that. It's made to be pulled from straight up and down, so it's really important to make sure that it's fit up correctly.
Someone should make a game where you're...
Yeah, so like I said, just cleaning up these tacks here. Getting ready for that video. Here it is.
You like repair different
Really nice
things
fit up,
underwater.
No gaps at all, really. That's what's gonna make you have
No, you don't need 100 players.
a lot better of a time welding this thing out. Fit up is everything. As any seasoned welder would know, a bad fit up is gonna give you a heartache all day long. So go ahead and make it right. Make sure it's right the first time. Take your time with it. It's really, really important.
Hard space ship breaker is close. That looks like a clean ass weld.
Well, so after that, after the top side go ahead and gives me the go ahead, they like it. We're gonna go ahead and start putting in that root. We'll be running it somewhere around anywhere from the 80 to 95 amps. All just kind of depends.
I didn't watch the ambulance movie. It looked cheesy. Was it actually good? It literally just reminded me of GTA RP.
Kind of endure the suck of it, but we'll get that root in there. So what you see where I'm clipping off to there, I don't know who really invented it, or
I swear
my
Michael
company
Bay
invented
just
it.
watched a
Really
bunch of
well easy.
GTA RP and fucking just like decided to make a movie. That's where he got his fucking script from.
Listen, man, during COVID, I was watching these guys rob banks. I'm telling you, we got Jake Gyllenhaal. We do a fucking movie. I'm telling you.
Watch the popular Delta P video. I don't think so, man. That sounds like this is basically watching something fucking die. What the fuck? This video?
This is a partial list of the commercial diving fatalities over the past 15 years. All have one common
This
cause.
looks so fucking creepy.
Delta P. 2 out of 3 commercial diving fatalities involve Delta P. It is invisible to a diver, and it strikes suddenly, without warning. There is almost no way to escape once it grabs you. Knowing what it is, where it lurks, and how to avoid its grasp is the subject of this video.
Oh god. This explains my mod's
Delta
name.
P stands for differential pressure. Our discussion refers to situations where the pressures between two bodies of water are dramatically different. In a situation like this, the bodies of water continuously seek to equalize themselves. In this example, the body of water on the right wants to rush to the body of water on the left by means of the pipe between them. The
Yes.
pressure exerted on the valve stopping this water transfer can be enormous, depending on the difference in the depths of the water and the diameter of the pipe. If the difference between the depth of water is 50 feet and the diameter of the pipe is 10 inches, the force of water exerted on the valve is nearly 1,700 pounds.
Jeez.
If the valve was suddenly opened and your arm was near, it would be sucked into the hole instantly.
What the
Trying
fuck?
to remove your arm would be like trying to lift a car completely off the ground with one hand. You could only remove your arm if the pressures between the two bodies became nearly equalized. But at the pressure in this example, your body makes a perfect seal, stopping the bodies of water from equalizing. The formula for calculating the force of water through a hole at a particular depth is the area of the hole multiplied by the difference in water depth
There's a quiz after
multiplied
this.
by the psi per foot of water depth. Or, in the situation just described, the 10-inch hole equals 78 square inches times 50 feet of water depth times 0.432 psi per foot of freshwater depth equals 1,685 pounds of water pressure. If you are diving in salt water, be sure to use 0.445 psi in your formula instead.
Doesn't matter, you're still fucked.
You can't see or feel a delta P situation as you dive near it.
Oh, that's
It
the
grabs
crab.
you suddenly, and it doesn't let go until the pressure is equalized.
Oh, you're gonna
When
show it
it's got
twice.
ya, it's gotcha.
Oh my god.
As you watch the following recreations of actual delta P incidents, ask yourself if you have, on occasion, ventured into situations without being thoroughly prepared.
I stay inside for these reasons.
Diver 1 enters the water behind the dam structure in order to clean the strainer of the dam's drain. When the drain is cleared, the tremendous force of rushing water through the drain grabs hold of Diver 1, sucks him partially inside, and traps him.
Oh, fuck.
Diver 2 enters the water to help Diver 1
Oh,
and
no.
becomes trapped also. Diver 3 enters the water to rescue Divers 1 and 2,
No.
and after 40 minutes returns to the surface with both divers. They are dead. Diver 3 was hospitalized for injuries suffered in the rescue attempts.
Shit. Delta P also
A
strikes
scuba
in a
diver was
pool?
repairing a pool bottom at a depth of 10 feet.
Oh.
He came close to the open pool drain and was drawn against it. His body made a perfect seal against the drain. He was diving alone and had no tender at the surface. No one knew he was trapped. He ran out of air and drowned.
What the fuck? Thought this shit only happened in the ocean mainly. This is a 10-foot
Scuba
pool.
divers entered a water tower to unclog a drain. Using a fire hose to blast away the silt and mud that was clogging the drain suddenly opened. A great suction immediately occurred. Diver 1 was pulled into the drain. Visibility was 0. Diver 2 did not know that this had occurred. Diver 2 surfaced, thinking Diver 1 had already come up.
No.
Diver 2 made repeated but unsuccessful attempts to find him. Diver 1 ran out of air and died. Neither diver was tethered to the surface, had communication with the surface, or with each other.
Damn. Yeah, you can't move because the pressure is so fucking heavy.
A surface
You're just
supply
stuck to
diver
it.
was working offshore in 86 feet of water on a well re-entry project. He was using a drill string to hook a trash cap inside a 13-inch well casing. The first attempt failed to catch the cap. The diver was asked to stand by the hole to make sure the string caught the cap. He reported when he saw the cap was hooked and began to leave. The drill string was pulled to the surface rapidly. Because the cap was nearly the size of the casing, a great suction developed. As the cap came free, the rushing water grabbed the diver and forced one leg into the hole up to the pelvis.
Fuck.
The diver was killed.
Holy shit. Yo, fuck Delta P, bro.
Diver 1 enters the water at a hydroelectric generation plant. His assignment is to seal off leaks in a large gate valve. The 3-person dive team is assured by the plant's operating personnel that the gate valve is closed. Diver 1 surfaces and reports that he thinks the valves are open. The winch is started and closes the valve. A 30-inch sluice gate is manually cranked shut. The dive team questions the plant personnel. The valve indicator shows the valve not fully closed. Plant personnel reply that the indicator is never correct, and typically the valve is cranked until tight.
Oh, come on.
Diver 1 re-enters the water, convinced that everything is okay. In a few moments, he begins to scream. The dive supervisor tries to contact Diver 1 on the intercom. The tender and supervisor pull the lifeline and umbilical. Both have broken from their attach points.
Oh,
The gates are
fuck.
cycled open while waiting for the rescue divers. 2 attempts by the company diver failed to locate Diver 1. 12 hours later, Diver 1's body is recovered.
Recommendations.
When you accept a new job, make sure you take part in a pre-job meeting.
Oh, I had
Be
this
sure
before
that
I
you
started
understand
streaming.
the layout of the site and how the piping and valve systems work together. The diving supervisor should have a simplified but site-specific schematic of the site and a diving checklist to make sure nothing is on or open that shouldn't be. Your client also needs to know about Delta P.
Whoa!
If
What's
they
the
take your
lock?
concerns lightly, make sure they understand the life-threatening hazards. Always practice lockout-tagout procedures. These are tried and true methods that can eliminate machinery and valve accidents if practiced religiously. Make sure to consider the potential Delta P hazards of your new assignment when choosing your equipment. Make sure others in the water and on the surface can tell exactly where you are. They should be able to communicate with you at all times and be able to get you out if you're stuck.
Yo, Delta P, bro. Holy shit.
Make sure your equipment won't interfere or be
Alright, we're good. That was fucking crazy though, man. Holy shit, dude. Basically, don't be near any sort of drainage when you're in water. That's what I got. Either never go into water, or if you're in water, never be near some sort of fucking drainage. Especially a drainage that is fucking blocked. You know what? Yeah, I'm staying out of my fucking bathtub. I'm done. I'm done. Yo, I'm not taking a shower anymore. I mean, actually, no. You can take a shower. Fuck the bathtub. That shit ain't happening. I'm going the Asmongold route. I now get it. I think he was scarred by Delta P long ago. That explains everything. I'm with you. Fuck that shit. You could slip in the shower and Delta P gets you. Don't do this, man. Don't do this. But you're not in a body of water. It's just a small amount of water. Oh, yeah, I actually saw the documentary on the Thai soccer team. It was actually fucking sick how they did it. I forgot where I saw it. It was actually, like, really well done. It was pretty amazing. Those divers are fucking crazy. Actually, that's a great documentary to watch. Because it was like they had to literally find very specific individuals who were able to do that. So it's kind of like, holy shit. I think it was like 3 or 4 divers, maybe 5 actually. Actually 6 or something. That was fucking crazy. I forgot the name of it. Last Breath? Yeah, that was such a good documentary. Yeah, and those are cave divers. That was different too.